Who is Tangmo Nida? Tangmo Nida is a popular Thai artist who was born in Bangkok, September 13, 1984. Tangmo's father, Sophon Pacharwaipong, and her mother is Panita Siriyuthayothan, divorced when Tangmo was 3 years old. Then Tangmo was raised by his father. She has a brother Daos Job. Tangmo started her career in the entertainment when she was little. She followed the Miss Teen Thailand 2002 beauty pageant when she was still in junior high school. Since the time, Tangmo Nida has become a model of some product and magazine photo shoots. Along with her popularity as a model, she began to get offers to act. Even throughout his 20-year career as a Thai artist, Tangmo Nida has starred in more than 38 Thai drama, 4 films and 7 television shows. Tangmo Nida was once married to a Thai artist also named Tonopakan Kumalashuk. However, they divorced in 2015 and have no children. Some of Thai media was reported, Tangmo Nida himself apparently had plans to commit suicide. It happened when Tangmo Nida got divorced. Tangmo became very depressed. The chronology. Tangmo Nida was found dead on the Chao Phraya River, Bangkok, Thailand, Saturday, February 26, 2022. Tangmo Nida's body was found 2 days after he was declared drowned in the river. Her brother was the first one who found Tangmo's body at the location about 1 kilometer from where he fell, near the Rama the 7th Bridge in Nonthaburi province, northwest of Bangkok. Tangmo's body was found in a very sad condition. Had circulated photos of Tangmo's body on the internet. And here's the chronology. On February 24, 2022, Tangmo Nida boarded a speedboat with 5 people, namely speedboat owner Por, speedboat driver Robert, Sand is Tangmo's friend, Job the barber who is also Tangmo's friend, and the manager Gadik. At night, Tangmo and the 5 people planned to spend their weekend by speedboat from Bangkok's Krung Thon Bridge to the Rama the 7th Bridge in Nonthaburi around 10 p.m. Around 10:40 p.m., according to her friend, Tangmo wanted to pee. However, because there was no toilet on the speedboat, Tangmo went to the back of the ship and went down to the end of the ship. According to Gadik, Tangmo didn't use a life jacket at the time of the incident because Tangmo wanted to take a beautiful photo. That's why she only wore a bodysuit. According to Sand's testimony, when Tangmo was urinating, Tangmo grabbed her leg and suddenly the speedboat jerked and caused Tangmo to fall into the river. At the time of the incident, Sand was looking at the cell phone screen, so she didn't know that Tangmo had fallen. Gadik also testified that when Tangmo fell she was looking at the surrounding scenery. After they realized that Tangmo had fallen into the river, they didn't immediately call the police or the rescue team, but instead tried to find her themselves by shouting "Call Tangmo's name." It was only around 11:50 p.m. They called the police, and 10 minutes later the police arrived at the scene. However, the search had to be hindered due to the current condition of the river, which was quite heavy and the lighting at that time was minimal. The 5 people then went home. The police tried to contact them, but none of them picked up the phone. Eyewitnesses saw that the speedboat driven by Tangmo and his friends was speeding recklessly at the time. They are confirmed that the speedboat turned 3 times. In the first round the speedboat was very fast, the second one was a bit slow, and the third slowed down while shouting for Tangmo. After being interrogated by the police, it turned out that the speedboat driver at that time did not have a valid driving license. A CCTV in the gas station around the area recreated that the people who were with Tangmo at the time of the incident, they met again but now they were with an unknown person. This person is suspected of being a person who understands the law, and it is suspected that they are discussing about information, so that when they are interrogated by the police, they can provide the same information. Next day, after 24 hours they could not be contacted by the police. Finally, they were appeared and came to the police after they received a summons. Gathik testified that at the time of the incident, she was at the front of the speedboat, and did not know what had happened. She only heard a woman screaming, but she did not think it was Tangmo. She also explained why in that incident, she did not immediately tell Tangmo's mother, because she reasoned that Tangmo's mother was not a rescue team that should be notified. Gathic also said that she was not trying to help Tangmo because she said she couldn't swim, but netizens said that Gathic's statement was a lie, because Gathic had uploaded a video of her swimming with her child on Instagram. Gathic added there was no way she would intentionally kill Tangmo as suspected, because Gathic was Tangmo's manager, and if Tangmo died, Gathic would lose her financial resources. However, the public is suspicious because the Gathic daughter, who was previously appointed as Tangmo's daughter, becomes the insurance heir if Tangmo dies. This is what adds to the public's suspicion of Gathic. Gathic testified that after the police arrived at the scene, Gathic immediately went home, showered and prayed for Tangmo. However, the police gave the fact that a few hours after Tangmo was reported to have drowned, Tangmo's cell phone could still be contacted. Then just few hours, the cell phone off. Now we move on to Sand. Sand testified to the media, at the time of the incident, that she was at the back of the boat. Tangmo held her leg while Tangmo was urinating. But, suddenly the speedboat which was running fast was jolted, causing Tangmo to fall from the speedboat. Sand did not immediately help Tangmo because at the time of the incident she was playing with her cell phone. She also thought that Tangmo would swim and find another ship to ask for help. Even though it happened at 10:40 p.m., it was really very difficult for another ship to find the sinking Tangmo, especially at that time it was dark and the river was rushing. March 1, 2022, Sand went live on Instagram and gave some captions. But strangely, unlike someone who just lost her best friend, Sand went live with a happy smile. There are several irregularities in the information provided by Gathic and Sand. Among them, 1. It's hard to believe an artist as big as Tangmo would want to pee on his speedboat on a river in the open. Especially at that time Tangmo was just wearing a bodysuit. 2. Seen on the media camera, there are several scratch wounds on several parts of the body of Sand and her male friend. 3. Poor and Job had asked the media to delete the photos from the media. 4. Lost bottles of wine and champagne on the speedboat. Even though it was known from Instagram, Tangmo was holding a glass of wine. Tangmo Nida's body was found. After 38 hours of searching, finally, Tangmo's body was found by his brother around 300 meters from the Pibilsankam Pier, on Saturday, February 26, 2022. The result of the autopsy of Tangmo's body: her body was swollen, her face turned black and blue with her eyes wide open. There is sand in Tangmo's lungs, which means that when Tangmo sank into the Tangmo River, he was still alive. There was a fairly long and deep cut, about 30 centimeters on his right thigh. This is why Tangmo can't swim to save herself. Police revealed this wound could have occurred because it was scratched by the ship's propeller. For a while the police concluded that Tangmo died as a result of falling from the speedboat, and being hit by a propeller and drowning in death. After a few days the Thai people and the media were not satisfied with the results given by the police, because they think that the police have not carried out an in-depth investigation into this case. Moreover, many argue that the wound on Tangmo's right thigh could not have been caused by a scratch on the ship's propeller, because if it was caused by a ship's propeller, then there should have been several injuries, not just one. Even the Thai Prime Minister ordered the Thai police to thoroughly investigate this incident.